As a parent, we are our children's very first teacher. They looking at us. We are their very first role model. We model everything for them. We model what love is for them. We model what pain is for them, what normalcy is for them. So whatever you're doing in your household, know your kids are watching. They watching you. And the way that you're being treated or the way that you're treating others, they're picking up on those habits, and they'll feel like that's how they're supposed to treat other people. It starts very early with kids. They pick up like this. Just watch your kids. Watch how they watching you. You might think they playing over there. They're listening to everything you saying. They watching you. I see how my little 2-year-old, she's watching me and her sister. She's watching me and her 6-year-old sister. And she's modeling everything that we're doing. So it's very important that we're doing the right things in front of our kids. Yes, we're going to fall short because we're human. But overall, they need to see great examples. And it ain't just about having a 2-parent household that they need to be exempling. They need to see what real, healthy, genuine love is. They don't need to see what it's like just to have 2 people that live in a house who don't like each other, who don't really show no love and affection to one another. Because now they growing up and they don't know how to show affection. So many people, it's women out here that don't know how to show affection, that don't know how to be nurturers because they never got that nurturing. They never got that love from their own mama. They don't know, these men, they don't know what it's like to be a leader, a provider, or protector, because they never seen a man lead and provide and protect. They done seen men lay up in their mama house on her couch eating they snacks, eating, chilling all day while their mama working 2-3 jobs, while this dude get to sit up in the house chilling like he paying bills in it. So they grow up and they think a woman is supposed to take care of a man. They think a woman is supposed to do these things because that's what they saw their mama do. They think they seen their mama get beat up and still say, oh, I just love you though. I love you. I'm so in love with you, and I'm going to put you first before my kids, and you beating my ass and you doing all of this stuff to me. So when these little boys grow up, they think that that's what love is. Because, I mean, that's what my mama was in love with, this dog ass nigga that she was with. Whether it was my daddy or stepdaddy or just her boyfriend. She was in love with him. So if I want you to be in love with me, I got to treat you like that, because that's what got my mama hooked. A man beating her, treating her like a rag doll, doing all this stuff, stealing out her purse, taking her car, doing all this wild stuff to her. You show your kids what they see in your household, bruh. You're showing them. You're showing them. And staying in something just for the sake, because you think, like, anybody who really automatically believes that 2 people simply being in a household makes a home happy, makes great productive kids, you are a fool. You are a fool and you lack wisdom. You need to go read the book of Proverbs over and over and over again, because you's a fool. If you have a healthy dynamic in your household, then yes, that does make a better example. You're showing your kids what it's like for a man and a woman to connect and to love one another. You're showing them what affection is. You're showing them what love is. You're showing your daughters that a man's supposed to date you, that a man's supposed to provide and protect for you. You're showing your daughters, you're showing your sons that a woman's supposed to nurture you, cater to you, make sure you good too. Be your helpmate like they supposed to be. But if you don't have that, if your dynamic is not healthy, a majority of the dynamics in America is unhealthy, let's be clear. Be for real. Be for real. If you're not in that, then you are doing your children a disservice. Stop saying that it's for the kids. No, it's for you, because a lot of y'all are very codependent. You're very codependent. You was lacking a certain parental figure, so now you attach to anybody. As soon as you meet a man, you all in love with this dude. Soon as you meet a woman, you all in love, because these dudes, it's some crazy dudes out here too who operate in the same manner as women, and it's broken. It comes from a place of brokenness. When you operate like that, it's because you're broken from your childhood, from the neglect and abandonment and abuse of your very own parents, mother and father. Ain't no blame game here, because both parties got to take accountability. Where I'm from, around here, I hold anybody and everybody accountable. Nobody gets all, the man or the woman. Even in my situation with my kids' dads, I take accountability for the parts that I played in the demise of our situation. Every time. Because it wasn't just them and it wasn't just me. It was both. But one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit around and let my kids see anything less than what it should be, a positive role model for them. Ain't no man supposed to just be sitting around. Ain't no man supposed to just be letting me do all the dirty work, all the hard work. Ain't no man supposed to be beating on me, talking down on me. Ain't no man supposed to be doing all that. I'm not gonna let my kids see that. I'm not gonna let them see me bickering with no nigga every day, every other day. I'm not gonna let them see me keep calling no man out his name. They don't even need to see that, because we teach our children how to talk to men by how they see us talk to their fathers or the men that's around us. So we all have a part that we play in this. And until everybody start being accountable, we're gonna keep having these relationship issues. I know far too many people who grew up in what society would deem as a better type of household, because it's two-parent households, and they dead. And they mentally in mental institutions, and they messed up. And they baby mamas. A lot of people say, oh, two-parent household solves all these things. But I know so many girls who grew up in two-parent households, and they still baby mamas. They had a daddy and they still baby mamas. They had a daddy and they still out here getting nothing. A man take advantage of them. They had a father and still don't know how to talk to men. Still don't even know a nature of a man. Still don't know what men are. You still don't know. So many men have a mama. They still don't know how to treat women. They still don't know how to properly love and have affection with women. They still have these issues with women. They hate women. So it's not just no one size fits all. Shoot, a lot of parents grow up in a two-parent household, your kids still come out gay. Like, that stuff does not determine anything. That doesn't determine anything. If it is not healthy, if it is not no love, no true nurturing love in that house. Ooh, I'm hot in here. Child, I done turned the air off, and now I'm hot. But we are their role models. We set the tone. We set the bar for what they believe in, what they know. My little 6-year-old, this little girl, she knows what love is because she feels it. She's not afraid to express her love because she feels it. She's not afraid to express herself at all because I allow her. I give her the open space to do so. I give her the opportunity to be vulnerable. You know, we are the first role models. Your kids are watching everything you do. Most of y'all will sit there and hear your kids say, oh, mommy, I want to be just like you. Oh, daddy, I want to be just like you. And you going to be like, no, I want you to be better than me. I want you to make way better decisions than I make. I want you to truly love yourself and nurture yourself. And this is why, you know, for both ways. It goes both ways, because a lot of dads, you need to be there for your sons and your daughters. You need to pour into both of them. You need to pour into both. Date your, not necessarily like date, you know, y'all know, daddy kid dates. Y'all need to do that. Spend that time with them. So when these girls grow up, they not looking for love in all the wrong places. They not flabbergasted. They're not all falling in love and just so in love off of some little cheesy shit that a man do for you. The bare minimum. You got the girls out here begging for flowers. You got girls out here begging for flowers. You got girls out here that's constantly having babies for niggas that won't even buy them no flowers. You got men out here you got women out here that's constantly begging for a nigga just to simply tell them they love them, just to simply give them hugs, give them affection, just to simply show them that they matter. It's because they ain't get that. They ain't get that. Now they looking for that from everywhere. They're looking for love in all the wrong places. You got men out here who don't even know how to receive a good woman who wants to pour love and affection on him, because he ain't never received that. He used to being neglected. He used to his mama maybe feeding him. That's it. Maybe feeding him. Maybe make sure he got some clothes and shoes, but she ain't never nurtured him. Making these little boys feel like they need to be the man of the house. If you tell your son that shit, stop telling your son that he's the man of the house. He's a little ass boy. Yes, you train them up, you teach them certain things to do, because they need to start very young. That's why a lot of these dudes don't even know how to change a tire. They don't know how to change a light bulb. They don't know how to plunge a damn toilet. They can't do none of the basic shit because they are not being taught. And yes, a lot of us are single mothers, and it's not up. We can't teach a man how to be a man, but it's your job to put him in position, put him in different rooms with people who do know. And even with that, you still got to be careful, because it's some predators out here. It's some real life predators out here And you would think that you're sending your children with people that's safe. You would think you're sending them to a boys and girls club or to a church where they're going to have a boys ministry and all of this stuff. And then they're messing up your kid even more. So you got to use your discernment. But overall, and this is why men, like both sides, we do need to stop having babies with people that we barely even know. Because we're setting our kids up for failure. It's all fun and dandy when it's a good time, when you clapping them cheeks, when you throwing them cheeks back. It's a good time then. But when a baby come, it get real. It get real. And these boys need dads. These girls need dads. The boys need mamas, real mamas that's hands-on. It's so many women out here, you so busy chasing dick. You so busy on the next nigga and the next nigga. You can't even tend to your kids. These little boys don't even know how to freaking read. They can barely read and write because mama's spending so much time investing into a nigga who don't give a damn about her, who trashing her, and you neglecting your kid. You don't even know what he got going on in school. You don't know what's going on in his life. You don't know how he feeling. Because he don't feel safe opening up to you because you're teaching him to shut up, boys don't cry, all this toxic stuff. It's just, it's real messed up. The game real messed up. And we all got to take accountability for our part that we play in it. We all do. One thing about me, I say that all the time. I look at my little baby, and she haven't seen her father since she was 10 months old. She haven't seen him since she was 10 months old in person. Yeah, she's seen him on FaceTime and stuff like that. But she hasn't seen him in person. And I sit with that because I be like, it's sad that it has to be like this because his possessiveness over me, you so much worried about me that you can't even get me out the way so you can focus on your child. You worried about me. Every time you call, if I do let you call, I had to escape from you because you stalking me. Instead of you just manning up and realizing that you played a part in the demise of our relationship and that I don't want you no more. Now you want me gone. You want me off. You feel you want me in hell. You want me facing a bunch of hardships. You wishing all this bad on me because I don't want you. And instead of you stepping up and taking me out the equation and saying, man, F you, you know, on a personal tip, put your business hat on with me and understand that now we got a business deal together because we got this baby together and you need to just be able to make sure you can get your child and we can communicate for your child. But instead, every time I talk to you, you want to worry about me with another nigga and this, that, that. And it's messing it up. And now I got to block you because I can't talk to you because you always worried about the wrong thing. And it's affecting our 2-year-old. It's affecting the fact that she knows, like, I teach her sign language. So she always talking about some daddy. Like, she has not seen this man. It's like they're connected energetically. And I know my baby daddy, the second one, he's a warlock. He has spiritual gifts, but he uses them for evil. He does spells. He's doing love spells. He does that type of shit. Ever since that nigga said that day, he gonna say 5. And before I was on this lane where I knew about spirituality and all of this and the good and evil, and before I tapped into my purpose to know about this stuff, and before God revealed all this, I didn't know what the hell that shit he was talking about. But when he said he gonna say 5 prayers for me to fall and all, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? I'm like, so now that sticks with me every time I think back. I'm like, this nigga really was doing like witchcraft on me. Like he really was saying spells, like really weird. And I feel like he's doing spells probably on my daughter because this little girl has not seen him. Last time we talked to him was February because I blocked him because you keep blowing my phone up 10 o'clock at night when you know your daughter's asleep. So if I give you the opportunity, like ever since leaving with everything that has happened, I still want to check in and see, okay, maybe is you getting it together now? Are you ready? Are you putting yourself in position so you can get your daughter? You don't really want your daughter. You want me with your daughter. And it's causing an issue because I don't want you. You messed it up and you got to own it. You got to take that L. And some of these dudes don't know how to take the L. So when they can't take that L, now they want you dead. Because if I can't have you, nobody can have you. Instead of just saying, all right, I messed up. Let me get on my shit and do what I need to do. And maybe she might want me back. But you're trying to force it. You're trying to do all this evil stuff to think that's going to get me back. And all this on is pushing me further away. And I'm just like, nah. But it's affecting our daughter. But this also, I play a part in it too because it's like you should have got to know the nigga way better when you first met him. And the red flags that you saw, you should have took it for face value and stopped trying to think, okay, well, I can better him. I could change him. I could make him have more ambition. I could teach him. I could be all of that stuff that his mama wasn't. I can give him all that love that his mama ain't get. No, we got to stop trying to fix these men It's our job to help them in certain areas, but some of them don't even want the help. You got to know if your man want the help, if he want to really be a better person. You got to know if the girl you with really want to be a better person, if she really want that help, if she really want that leadership. Because a lot of girls not really ready for a man to really lead them like they say they are. You're not ready to really submit to a man like you say you are. Because when you do that, it come with stuff. It come with you having to take the backseat. It come with you having to just let your guard down and really let him lead, even if you don't know all the steps that and moves that he making. If he's showing you that he can be trusted, you trust him fully. But a man will show you from day one off the rip. You can tell a lot within the first week, first few months. People show you who they are up front. Even when they wearing a mask, it be them red flags that's real major that be flickering, and we just be like, oh, it just feels so good. Oh, the dick's so good. All this BS, man. We gotta really stop letting that lust and that sex keep you in bondage to people that are not good for you. And this is men and women, because men are just as bad. You just as bad. You let these girls treat you any kind of way. You'll switch up on your kids for a girl just because that's the one you getting coochie from. And I understand now that I know God and his nature, and now how he really made men in his image. And that I know now that men are not designed to be alone. Men don't know how to be alone. This is why they do so much projecting on us when we want to be single, when we want to do this, because they know they can't be alone. So they feel like we can't be alone either. They feel like the things that we do while we alone is going to be the same things that they do while they alone. And they know a lot of the little nasty stuff that they be getting into when they alone. A man with idle time is not going to be healthy for him. A man is supposed to be busy and really be busy in his purpose, not busy trying to get in all these different panties, creating all these different soul ties. Because we connect energetically with each other as humans. Especially when you let somebody penetrate you, you're entering a portal. Our vagina is a portal. We bring life out of this thing. We bring life out of this thing. It's an opening to your soul. This is why them soul ties happen. We're connected energetically. We're connected. And this is why it's important to be careful who you let connect and enter into you. I get what I hear when I see some of the men say, because even my baby dad would say, your body is a temple. Like I've told y'all, he played a lot of part into me coming into my purpose, for me learning my worth, because I didn't know my worth when I first got you. I was vulnerable when I first got with you after just almost getting killed by that last nigga. Literally, I just wanted to escape. Get away from him. I was going through stuff with my friends. I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm about to just go link up with this nigga and just chill with him. And it was a good time. We had fun. It went too fast, moving too fast. A lot of us move way too fast getting with these dudes and getting with these girls just because it feel good for the moment. And that's because you only dealing with the representative. You dealing with the person with a mask on. So yeah, it feel good. You in love. You feeling like it's lust for real. It's not love. And we be in lust. And we let that lust start creating babies, start doing all of this stuff, start accepting all of this stuff that we normally wouldn't even be down with. We got to really do the deep work, do the inner work. And this is why it's important to heal, because we jump into relationships off of pain, off of vengeance, off of all type of stuff. And only people that is affecting is the children. And luckily, me and my baby daddies we was both in relationships with each other. We was really into each other. But at the end of the day, they still move too fast, both of them. So when I really got to know you, it's a lot of shit that I don't really like about you. When I really got to know him, it was a lot of shit, and it probably vice versa. But to see that there's so many baby mamas, so many girls out here who you don't really even know who your partner is. So many women out here having babies alone in a hospital because you didn't know the dude. Or you was a side piece. You signing yourself up to be a side piece to this man. And it's biblical. Look how in the Bible, if it wasn't the woman that the men wanted as their wife, they did send them kids on. They wasn't as involved with them kids. Them kids wasn't as favored as the one that he wanted to have he wanted a child with. Like Abraham and Sarah. All them other kids, he had Ishmael and all of that. But that's not that wasn't the son that God promised him with his wife. That wasn't the promised child. So as I read the Bible, I be like, dang, this is how they do. Even, like through history, if you really read the Bible, Terah, all of them, they all, Noah had a favorite son. They all had favorite sons, and they all had children with multiple different women. And certain children from certain women are the ones who got favored. And that's how men still move to this day. You know, and it only affects the children when we doing this stuff, when we having babies for personal reasons and all of that, and it affects them. You know, that's why even for me, I constantly be praying. I pray for God to cleanse my second baby dad, because my first baby dad, he still get his daughter. Like, you know, even with us living in Texas, like, when a dad really wants to be a dad, he gonna be a dad, period. He got his shit with him too. You bitter towards me, but at the end of the day, I put that in check. Like, look, we both feel ways about each other. We both feel ways about each other, and it is what it is. But we got this child, and she need to still be, you know. So we organized that. She go with him and all of that. But the second one, it's like, dang, you know. And he really wanted her. Like, he really wanted our baby, and it was just a lot with that, because I was gonna get rid of her. But I couldn't even go through with it. I couldn't go through with that. Like, I was like, I can't get no abortion. And he was calling me a murderer and all of this stuff. And it just sad how everything played out. Like, you know, because I know that my second baby dad is not a bad guy, but he's fighting so many demons. And you envy me. And a man that envy me, I can't be around you. A man that fake supports you, but really you've been praying on my downfall this whole time. Like, you're weird and I can't trust you. And because I can't trust you around me, it's messing it up for the child, because you won't even get her by yourself. It's like you won't get her unless she with me. Like, that was the whole issue in the first place. So it affects our daughter though, because I see her every day. She be like, Daddy, like, she'll say Daddy. Like, it just be random. I'll be like, she's connected to this man as if she see his picture, she knows him. I'll show her his picture. I'll be like, who is that? She's like, Daddy. I'm like, she knows him, and she hasn't even seen him in person since she was 10 months old. But they're connected. And, you know, I'm really telling a little bit of my business, but it's like, even because I know God put us together for a reason. And if he would just get out of his own way, we really could be great. We really could be doing our spiritual assignment together. He always would say, we soulmates, we soulmates. And I started to feel like that too. I'm like, you know, we just too energetically connected. Even with the distance, I still feel this man in my energy. I still feel him in my energy. I still feel him. Even when we was cool, when I was living in Maryland, like, he just called and know what the heck I got going on. Like, he calls and he'll, like, I'd be like, dang, how do you know? Like, how did you know to call right now? Like, how did you know? He's like, we soulmates. And I'm like, whatever. But even with him, you know, that's why I pray for him, because he got potential. We often look at people potential, but some of these dudes and some women really do have potential. And all I can do is pray. It's not my job to try to get you there. I done tried enough and you ain't want it. I'm not raising nobody else, son. You ain't come out this coochie, I'm not raising you. I can give you tips, give you advice. That's all I can do, but I'm not doing the work for you. I'm not doing everything for you. I got to do the work for my own self. I got to get my own self. I done had to heal my own self through God. Me and God, that's it. God the only one help me. Ain't nobody helping me with nothing. Nothing. Nobody's helping me financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. All this work that I'm doing on myself is through me and God alone. Nobody helping me. Nobody helping me. But at the end of the day, I pray for him, because that's all I can do. I'm taking my hands off you. I can't, all that controlling stuff, trying to beat you up with my words, trying to tell you this, trying to do that. I left. I wasn't threatening you when I said I was going to leave. I did that. It was a promise, and the promise came to pass. I did that, and now it's up to God. God got to get his hands on you, because he's so consumed with me. That man was so obsessed and so consumed with me and so possessive over me that it was ridiculous. And I can't take that, because you don't own me. And now it's affecting our daughter. And that's why I constantly pray, because they look just alike. And every time I look at him, I'm like, man, you look just like your daddy. Y'all look just alike. Like, you look just like daddy. Like, you look just like him. And she's so cute. And I know he really wanted to be there for his daughter. So I hate that. I do be hating that I had to leave. But it's because I don't feel safe around you. So I wish that we could have that person to go in the in-between so you can get her. But you're not even in position to get her. When I try to come up with a plan, how can we do it so you can have your child? So you make all these excuses. And it's like, because I have a baby daddy that do, and we figure this thing out, even with me moving miles and miles away, we figure it out. So it's like, why can't you? And then he'll say, well, I'm not mentally strong like him. Okay, and that's why you need to get mentally strong before you think that you need to be a father in having your child. You want to blame me and say I took you from your daughter and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you're not even putting yourself in position to get your daughter. If I drop your daughter off at your front porch right now, you're not going to be able to handle her. You can't take care of her because you're not even in the right mental space. So that's why I be praying for God to just cleanse his heart, renew his mind, his body, and his soul. Allow him to let the past go, because he hold on to the past of his childhood so hard, and how everybody let him down. And I came in the picture trying to be super saver-hole like a lot of us do. I'm like, okay, well, I can love you. And then even when I first seen the signs, and I'm like, all right, this ain't gonna work. And he started busting out crying and all that shit. I'm like, damn, now I feel like I'm obligated to stick with you because you ain't got nobody else. So now I feel like I gotta stick with you. And then we ended up getting pregnant. And I'm like, damn, now I really gotta stick with you. And then at first I was like, I can't take him away from his daughter, because me and his daughter is all he got. This is the only love that he know at this point. This is the only love he has. But God said, no, take your hands off of it. Go. I had to be obedient to my father. I hate that I had to separate my daughter from her dad, because it wasn't like he was bad to her. He would come over and do what he do or whatever. But the thing is, I don't want to be around you. And I shouldn't have to be around you for you to take care of your daughter. You shouldn't have to come sit up in my house to take care of your child. You shouldn't have to do that. You should be able to just get her. You should be able to do that. But no, it's because you want to cock block on me. You want to make sure I ain't messing with no other niggas and nobody else coming to my house and all of that. And every time I talk to you, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear you worried about nothing else I'm doing. If it ain't, like, I don't want to hear that every time I talk to you. You worried about the wrong thing. You worried about the wrong thing. And so many people are worried about the wrong things, and people always act like it's just one or the other. It takes two to tango, but it's definitely a lot of men out here too who be messing it up. You messing it up. And because your baby mama don't want you, you done messed it up. You done caused a demise to the relationship. And now you mad. But you gotta stand on that. You a man. Be a man. Own it. Own it and fix it if you really want to. If you don't, then leave that shit on the playground. Leave that shit on the playground. All the nagging, complaining. I don't like nagging. And a grown man ain't supposed to be doing all that nagging. Like Gucci said, I don't need no man with no plan doing all that nagging and shit. Shut up. If you ain't got no plan, if you're not trying to figure out what's the next play for the situation, then shut up with the complaining. But it's just unfortunate, because guess who's hurting? Our baby, because she don't get to see her daddy. And she don't have nobody else but me. She don't have no grandmamas, because I couldn't let her deal with his mama, because he didn't want to, because of the issues that he got with his mama. He didn't feel safe with her around his mama. So I'm like, okay, I cut it off with that. It was just a bunch of mess. I'm not talking to my mom, so she don't have my mom. And even when I was talking to my mom, she got favoritism too. She liked my older daughter better than my little baby, So, you can just... The stuff with these narcissists, bro. With these favoritisms. But as I read the Bible, that favoritism has been going on for a long time. Even God got his favorites. I'm one of them. But, it's just unfortunate. And that's why I just be praying. I pray for him to get together, because he got it. He can do it. He got it in him. A lot of these dudes, they just hurt. They broken. It's like us as women, we broken. And we got to stop operating off of brokenness and go and do the work and heal, because it's messing our children up. It's messing our children up. So let me get walking, because I've been out here chatting a little bit long. And I need to hurry up and get this hour walking, because I got to get home, because my furniture getting delivered today. So, yeah, y'all. Thank you guys. I ended up venting a little bit about my business, and I'm supposed to be preaching about. But one thing about it is I'm not leaving myself out of nothing, because I don't ever sit around acting like I'm perfect. Like, I'm a woman that stand on business. I'm accountable. I'm going to own my shit, because I know how me moving certain ways got us into this situation. I didn't open the door for the enemy. had a baby with the enemy, and now guess who's suffering? My baby. Because now I'm scared to even get around this nigga, because I don't trust you. And I know, I know things about you. You're not about to set me up. I already feel like you didn't it's just, my kids need me, and you want me dead and shit. I'm not being around you. I'm not coming around you. You're trying to set me up. Like you I already feel like he the reason my window got broken that time. Like, all that, it's just a lot of shit that happened with this dude, and it's like, you're fucking weird, But I still got love for him, because he got me my beautiful baby. So it's like, I'm never gonna give up on praying for him. But am I gonna be around you? Am I gonna try to do all that? No. But all I can do is pray. I pray over both my kids' dads, and it's real serious, because I really do care about them. I don't want them. I don't want to be in a relationship with y'all, because y'all done shown that y'all not to be trusted. And trust is everything to me. If I can't trust you, Pooh, I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be around nobody I can't trust. So, and it affects the kids. It affects the children. So, yeah, y'all, let me go get walking. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.